Hello and welcome to this short video to help you get started creating your first weights and biases project. Let's get started. Here you can see your weights and biases workspace. One thing to understand that's helpful early in your weights and biases journey is what we call a run. A run is just one unit of computation. So think every time you run your code, that's a run. For example, every time you train your model. And any data that you log during training that model, that's associated with that run. Within this workspace, you can see a bunch of runs on the left, and as I hover over, you can see what data is associated with each run, and I can expand this table on the left and see the configs that are associated with them. Okay, so that's your quick tour around the weights and biases workspace. Let's dive into the code. So the first thing you'll want to do is pip install our Python client. Next, you'll want to log in, calling 1db.login. You'll be prompted to visit the app to get your API key, and you can just paste that into the terminal to authorize weights and biases locally. After you import the 1db library, the first thing you'll want to do is call 1db.init. You'll typically call this once per script, and that's how you tell weights and biases to create a run behind the scenes. You can pass in a project name and a config variable to capture any hyperparameters or configurations that you want to associate with this specific experiment. The next thing you'll want to do is call 1db.log. 1db.log is how you stream metrics to weights and biases during training, for instance. To use 1db.log, you just pass a dictionary, where every entry in that dictionary is a metric at a given point in time. You can also log rich media like images or audio or even 3D molecules to see how your model predictions change as your model gets better. Once you've added 1db.log and 1db.init, you can run your Python script, and weights and biases will print out a link that'll send you to your workspace or that specific run's page. Navigate to your weights and biases workspace and see that specific run, training, streaming metrics to the app. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you do have any more questions, feel free to ask them at community.1db.ai or check out the documentation at docs.1db.ai. There's plenty more to learn from here. Once you're finished learning about experiment tracking, you should check out how to version your datasets and models using artifacts, how to evaluate your models using tables, or how to tune your hyperparameters with weights and biases sweeps. That's it from me. Thanks very much.